Also, please resign Edmonds if they're not resigning JuJu. I know it's not popular, but I really hope we do resign JuJu.
Yeah, I mean, from everything that I'm saying right now, Juju hasn't gotten a ton of interest. And the
Yeah,
longer that goes on, that means the lower his number will be. And ultimately, it could entice him to want to come back on another 1 year, prove it type deal where he thinks he can tap back into the market. But it depends on how
ready
he
for this
view.
one?
But it depends on how he views Mitch, Mason, and Haskins. That's the other part.
I think he likes Mason. I mean, he posted out some on his
Mm,
story, some type of highlight of Mason or a
okay.
picture of Mason saying QB1. This was shortly after the season ended.
Okay.
So
I guess
I think
my
he has some type of affinity for Mason.
I want to ask you this though. So you remember last year the reports where he turned down Patrick Mahomes, he turned down Lamar Jackson to come back and play with Ben. Do you think
Yeah.
he would turn down Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes to come and play with Mason? If that was the same scenario a year ago, and Mason was the quarterback, do you think he would have done that then?
So we're saying Kansas City is interested in him, giving him a similar
Right. If that was
contract
if right,
this year.
the scenario from last year, if the scenario last year was this year, but with Mason Rudolph or Mitch Trubisky or Dwayne Haskins as the quarterback, do you think that he still says, you know what, I choose Mason over those guys?
I don't think the quarterback's the difference maker. The difference maker would just be wanting to be back with the Steelers. So
Okay.
no to the quarterback,
Yeah.
but just saying, hey, I want to be back with the Steelers.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Maybe there's some type of relation. I don't know how he is as a
Yeah.
guy either. I don't know if he values just prior relationships or what type of
Right.
relationship he has with the people in house
No,
too.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Because no, yeah, if it's all equal right now and you're thinking quarterback is more the
Mm.
priority, then yeah, you go with
Right.
Mahomes or Lamar
Yeah, because that's
Jackson
all I
then.
was trying to see just with that scenario, man. But yeah, the longer Juju sits out there on the market, though, the less. I mean, the more that number goes down, and the more likely it is that you are able to get him back here. But my only
Wouldn't be
concern is,
terrible.
yeah, but my only concern is if you're Juju and you're saying, hey, I got to take a 1 year, $3 million deal. Would I rather do that in Pittsburgh or would I rather do that in a Kansas City or a LA with the Chargers or you probably want to go to Cincinnati? They're too stacked right now, but like go to somewhere else where you could potentially have a higher end quarterback or just a situation where you're going to be fed the ball a lot more. That's the part that if I'm Juju, I'm considering that a little bit more this year than compared to last year where, hey, man, I want to be back
Right.
because Ben was back. And that's,
Right.
like I said, that's kind of how I'm viewing that situation right now, man.